I'm Lori, a mostly solo traveler. I recently went on my first Disney cruise, and today I'm sharing 10 things you should know before you go on a Disney cruise. Let's get started. Number 1, you'll be glued to your phone. But don't worry, it's not going to cost you. Before you board your cruise ship, download Disney's Cruise Navigator app. Then set your phone to airplane mode and turn your data roaming off. While you're on the ship, you'll be able to access Disney's app to check the activities and send messages to fellow cruisers without using any data. Just a little note that Navigator messages can sometimes be delayed. My friends and I found this particularly true when large events like the Sail Away Party and Pirate Night Party were happening, presumably because lots of people were trying to message to find their friends. Also note that you can't send photos in the app, which I think is a bummer because sometimes it's just easier to send people a picture of where you are to help them find you. Number 2, there may be surprises along the way. While the Navigator app lists all the daily activities, and you can see them from the time you board, there may be a few surprises along the way. We were at sea the day the live-action Lilo & Stitch was released in theaters, and it was added to the schedule while we were at sea. So be sure to refresh your Navigator app regularly, as you never know what surprises Disney has in store. Number 3, characters are everywhere. As you might expect, while you're on the cruise, Disney characters are everywhere. Check the schedule in the Navigator app to see who will be out and where they'll be located. Most characters will be out multiple times throughout the cruise, and they've got different outfits they wear on different times during the trip. So you can see Captain Mickey and Captain Minnie, but you'll also want to see them again on Pirate Night as they don their pirate garb. Little pro tip for you. If a character is listed in the Navigator app as appearing from 10 a.m. to 10:15 a.m., you'll see the character as long as you're in their line by 10:15 a.m. Keep in mind, though, that people start lining up crazy early for popular characters. I especially saw this on Pirate Night and later in the cruise as people started to understand this rule, and for certain costumes like Captain Mickey and Captain Minnie. So make sure you line up early if you want to see a specific character in a specific outfit. Number 4, size matters. We sailed on the Magic, one of Disney's smallest cruise ships, which I actually loved for its small size. The ship holds about 2,700 passengers, and it never felt insanely crowded or overwhelming to navigate. We also felt like Lookout Cay was very empty during our sailing, and later realized that it was likely because it needs to be built bigger to accommodate Disney's larger cruise ships, which means that for the smaller ships, it feels very uncrowded. Of course, the larger ships have more amenities and more activities, which might be your jam, but we never felt that they were lacking while on the Magic. So pick your cruise ship based on the kind of personality and kind of traveler that you are. Number 5. You can't do it all. And I know that's going to be so disappointing to some of you if you're a type A person like me who loves to do everything. But we frequently found that there are things that we wanted to do that overlapped. So when you get on board, go through the Navigator app and favorite all the things you're interested in. Some activities happen multiple times throughout the cruise, and I found that favoriting them each time they happened was super useful, because then I had everything that I was interested in my schedule and I could see the overlaps. So then I could determine what I wanted to prioritize for that particular time slot. Then I would just unfavorite the option that I didn't choose for that time slot, but I would have it on my schedule in another time slot. Like I said, many things like character meetings do repeat throughout the cruise, but there are other things that are a one and done. So be sure to prioritize the things that are important to you. Number 6, smooth sailing. Cruises can be smooth sailing, or not. It really depends on a couple of factors, including the size of the ship, the location of the sailing, and the weather. There's always going to be some motion that you can feel while on a cruise ship, but bad weather will increase the amount of motion in the ocean. In the Caribbean, hurricane season, which runs from June 1st through November 30th, can bring storms and rougher waters. Also, smaller ships tend to feel the motion more, so consider choosing a larger ship if you're prone to motion sickness. Cabins in the middle part of the ship, aka midship, also tend to feel less motion. Don't forget to pack motion sickness remedies because you'll pay a premium if you wait and end up having to buy them on the ship. Number 7. All aboard means all aboard. Maybe you've seen those viral internet videos of people dashing down the pier as their cruise ship pulls up the gangway and sets off sail into the sunset. Cruise lines take their all aboard times very seriously. And they have to, because if they're not out of port when they're supposed to be, they get huge extra fees, and it can throw off the following day's schedule. So when you're given an all aboard time, know that you need to be back on that ship before that time, and if you are left behind, you will have to find your way back to the ship or back home at your own expense. So all aboard really does mean all aboard. Number 8, crowds. It's Disney, so the crowds are going to crowd. And like the Disney theme parks, holidays often mean bigger crowds. Theme cruises like Pixar Days at Sea, Halloween on the High Seas, and the Very Merry Time cruises are a big draw and will likely mean sold-out sailings. The largest ship in the fleet, the Adventure, holds 6,000 passengers, while the Destiny, Treasure, and Wish each hold 4,000. Disney's smallest ships, the Magic and the Wonder, hold around 2,700. Be sure to choose your ship based not only on your itinerary preference, but also your crowd tolerance. Number 9, it's not just for kids. If you're a Disney adult, odds are you're going to enjoy a Disney cruise. In addition to the great for all ages activities and unique Disney-themed dining experiences, Disney ships have adult areas and activities that are perfect for kid-free travelers. There's also a special adults-only pool where you can soak up the sun without getting splashed. But of course, you are welcome to enjoy the family pool if that's your thing. Number 10, get there early. I think by now we all know that flights can be delayed, like really delayed, which is why it's important that you always fly to your cruise departure port and arrive the day before your ship sets sail. I know that PTO and vacation budgets can be tight, but it's really something you don't want to mess around with because if you miss your ship, you're out of luck. Those are my top tips on things to know before you go on a Disney cruise. Drop a comment below, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.